Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And this is Helena Dale.
Yes.
Thank you for being here today because we are going to learn so much about your great little, is it called a venue or what would it be called?
I would just kind of call it a place where everybody can just come and gather and be with their friends and family, and we just host markets and just have a lot of fun.
Okay, it's the gathering place of Maysville. You're
Yeah.
Maysville city limits, or?
Not city limits, but I am
Maysville
Maysville.
address.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so tell us the name of your place. Tell us all about it, and then we're going to
Okay.
ask you tons of questions, I'm sure.
Okay, all right, wonderful. So I'm Helena Dale, and as she said, I am from Maysville here, and my business is H and H Homestead. So I am entering my 14th year, I believe, and we just host markets. So we get together with a lot of other small businesses, and they bring in their crafts and their homemade items, and we just have a fun-filled weekend. It's a 3-day event.
Perfect. Now, how often do you have these events?
We have them 4 times a year, so we do them for each season. So we have spring, fall, Christmas, and then Thanksgiving weekend we do a little holiday shopping extravaganza.
Oh,
I went
Yes.
to one in the spring 2 years ago, maybe your first time out.
Could have been, yeah, because I
And-
do believe I'm in my 3rd year here in town.
It was amazing. Like, it was a lot more than I thought it was going to be.
Well, that's good. That's
Yeah.
what I like to
Oh.
hear.
How
many
It's
vendors-
funny you say that because when I'm sending out my vendor packet, I always tell my vendors that I try to exceed everyone's expectations, not just meet. So thank you for
Yes,
that. I appreciate
yes.
it.
Well, I was amazed at, well, the food, music, the entertainment for the kids.
Yeah.
I mean, and all the wide variety of vendors. How many vendors do you have?
We typically have around 100 to 110 different vendors. So yeah, and I do that. I've vet my applications, which means that we probably have several hundred that come through for each show. So I try to have a wide variety. So I limit how many we have of each item. So that kind of helps, like you say, gives everyone a great variety to shop with.
last time we were there, okay, just to tell you what a great variety you have, but I mean, you know, but here's what the variety is. I bought an orange sofa,
Yeah.
and some earrings made out of forks. I
Yes.
That's
one
right.
didn't expect to another.
That's right.
But
That's
there's
right.
everything. That's what amazed me. I mean,
Yes.
anything. I mean, anything you can think of, it's there. I mean, car tags, really rare antique finds, beautiful furniture, the crafts, the candles, the handmade clothing. I think one of the things I was really impressed with was the food vendors. Their little booths are so cute. There was one that was like a little camper, and I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
like I wanted
know.
to buy their booth.
See, I get excited when I get applications like that because that's what I
Yes.
want to bring to the forefront. That's how I want everybody to feel. I just want everybody to feel at home, shop around, a little something for everybody. So very family oriented. So
Well, I went. I think I went one time. You were out of town, and I just went and I just got a drink and I went and sat under this big, huge tree, and the shade was perfect. And you had chairs and tables, randomly scattered about. I sit there for like 4 hours and just listen to the entertainment.
yeah, thank
And
you.
I mean, I felt like I was in Nashville doing a preview of the next star.
Well, being a mother of 3, which all of my children are grown now, I know how important it is when you go places to have something that will entertain your kids because that can get a little frustrating. I know firsthand. So I like having something for the family so that they can all come and enjoy the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a picture of I actually got on it with my granddaughter, but I don't even know what it is, like a whirly gig.
The little
old-fashioned.
merry-go-round.
Yes, oh my gosh,
yes,
it's so cute.
I know.
Is that a
yeah.
permanent fixture there?
It
or-
is, yes. So my business was founded off of my father's business back in Jefferson, which was metal recycling. So not to jump ahead. I hope
but
that
no,
I'm
you're
not.
fine.
Okay.
We wanted to know.
Okay.
We have
so,
all day.
so anyhow, I used to work there. It's a scrap metal yard. And I would just bring things home each day. And I would decorate my barn, my garden, and this and that. And so one day I just told my husband, I said, I think I'm going to do a barn sale. So of course he thought I was crazy. He was like, nobody likes this stuff like you do. And I was like, well,
yes,
I beg to
they
differ.
do.
I think they do. So that's how it all started. So the little merry-go-round, someone brought it in to scrap. And so my husband was like, do you want this? And I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's where that came from.
Somebody was going to scrap
They were going to
that?
get rid of it, yeah. So we salvage a lot that we still do. I still do for every show. I salvage a lot of the scrap metal pieces that people can reuse and decorate and do things with. So
You
I still
salvage
do
love
that.
and laughter because Addie on that thing, she just laughed. And she
Yeah,
had so
she
much
had a
it
great time.
is the most popular, I guess, kid-friendly item there that all the kids, even the adults. I mean, we'll see the adults out there on it. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fun
Nice.
piece.
But I think the year we went, I loved the gentleman who had the spice packets. He was in a VW bug from Washington.
Yes.
I hope he comes back because I've just used my last one.
Oh, good. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then the lady who had the orbs, I ended up buying some hanging baskets, and you stick them there. Those are so
Yeah, lots of neat and one-of-a-kind items.
right.
For sure.
Definitely one of a kind items.
Yeah, I like thinking out of the box. So reusing things and repurposing. So
Well,
Definitely.
so you did have your barn sales in Jefferson. Now you have them in your new lovely home or newish home. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
yes, so the farm that we live on now, which is where I host the markets, it was my husband's grandparents' home place.
Oh.
Yeah, so they bought the property back in the 50s, and they lived there for about 20 or 25 years. And then they sold to a family. And so my husband and I, when we married in the late 80s, we actually approached them in the late 90s before we built our first house to see if they would be willing to sell. Ever since I met him, we would ride by, and he's always loved the place, had lots of memories, and so he really wanted it. So we went and talked to the family, and Miss Chitwood is the lady that owns it, precious family, precious lady. And they were like, no, not right now, but if we ever decide to, we will give you first opportunity. Well, of course, 10, 15, 20 years rocks on. You've just kind of, it's just
Gave
left
up.
your
Living
mind.
life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, no. Well, 25 years later, she called.
No. Did you?
Wow.
Who
Yeah.
answered the phone? You or your
Well,
husband?
actually, she reached out to my husband's sister,
Okay.
who owns a business in Jefferson, and said, your brother came by a long time ago. So she called us, his sister did, and said they're ready to sell. So immediately,
Did you get chills all
I mean,
over
it
your
was
whole
it was
body?
on a Thursday. I remember the call when he called me and said it's up for sale, and he said we have to go see if we can make this work. So we did. We actually went on Saturday and gave them the earnest money, and he was like, he has been a completely different person. I tell Miss Chitwood all the time. I said, you have no idea how happy you made him, and she just looked at us and she said, she's like in her late 80s, and she says, I was saving it for you. It was so sweet. It was. I know. So we're now in our third year, I think, and we're as happy as we can be. Love it.
And
Love
you
the
have
town.
horses out there.
We do. We have horses. My husband has always loved horses, but we've never had enough land to really have a farm or horses. So with this here, he was able to kind of bring in what he wants to do in our later life of being empty nesters and able to do different things. And so we have horses and
How many
lots of
acres is
stuff.
it?
50. We have 50
Nice.
acres, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
So we kind of laugh all the time. Our house sits in the middle. My barn is on one side and his barn is on the other, and then our house just sits in the middle.
You stay in your barn.
That's right. I'm going to my place.
I like it.
Okay, so now
That's what every marriage needs.
Yeah.
2 barns and a house. There you go. There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what year did you acquire the house? That was in
22, maybe 23. We bought it, but we renovated for over a year.
Tell us about the renovation
Yeah.
process because we love renovating.
Yeah. So when we bought the property, my barn was actually a chicken house.
Okay.
So we completely refinished that and turned that into my barn.
And it is stunning.
Yeah, so I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love anything rustic, anything country, old, barn, farm. That's just my vibe. So didn't want anything new. I wanted to keep it all old. So we refinished the chicken house, and so that's where my barn is. So that's where you come if you come to any of my events. And then it took us about 14 months to refinish the house.
That's not
What
bad.
all did you do?
And
Did you
know,
have to redo
so
plumbing, electrical?
We did. We upgraded a lot of stuff, and the previous family had 4 children. So the house was, of course, designed to accommodate that large family. So it had a lot of rooms in it. And we actually did not take down any walls.
Wow.
We just found a different use for the rooms. You know, redid it,
Nice.
brought all the fireplaces back to life. So it has 6 fireplaces.
Ooh,
Every
nice.
room has a fireplace.
Nice.
And so, yeah, so we wanted, again, we didn't want to do a lot of changes. It was the home place. And so we wanted to keep a
Did
lot
you
of it.
upgrade kitchens,
We
bathrooms?
did. We redid all the kitchen, bathroom, everything. So
I'd love
yeah.
to see the
Yeah.
inside.
Yeah. Well, y'all are welcome to come anytime.
Did you do a lot of the work yourself?
We kind of do. We have great people, friends that do a lot of different trades. But yeah, we hands on, but yeah, we let a lot of people handle the harder things, but hands on. Yeah, we like being hands on those projects.
awesome.
So. Yeah,
And
thank
is
you.
your husband still working?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no.
he has a construction company?
No, metal recycling.
Oh,
so
okay.
yes, so he's had his business for a little over 14 years. So yeah,
Wow.
Are you still bringing stuff home?
absolutely, always. It's my bread and butter. One of the old buildings that was on the property, I think the previous owners kind of used it as like their little workshop, but it's now my junk barn. So everything
Nice.
that I bring from the scrapyard goes into the junk barn. So I will always have it.
I
Like
think I've seen
said.
the junk barn.
You have? That's where you bought the orbs.
Oh,
That's the junk barn.
Yes, okay.
That's the junk barn where you bought the orbs.
There's no junk in there.
I know it's good junk.
okay.
It's good junk, and that
I've
yeah.
never seen any junk in
no,
there.
no. We always do good junk. We have good junk. Yeah,
She's never been
Is,
in my
is,
garage.
is that your logo?
it is.
Good- Oh,
yeah,
I love
good
it.
junk is my.
I need to
logo.
get one of those t-shirts.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I said I'll never turn away from that.
Yeah.
So always.
Well, it's in your blood.
it is
Yeah.
absolutely. It is. Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you ever brought home that somebody was going to scrap?
I would say, I wouldn't say it's crazy item, but it was very valuable, and it was 2 very, very large copper pots, or you could say syrup buckets. I mean, with the big handles. I'm gonna say retail value $1,000, and they scrapped it. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. So my husband sends me that picture, and I'm like, yeah. And I kept those.
Yeah.
There are some things that
you
I
just
just
can't
have
let
to
go.
keep. You know, I try to pass it on to the customers, and some things I just don't even let it have the opportunity. But a lot of things that I do love, I will give everybody one opportunity, and I'm like, okay. If y'all pass it up,
It's
it's going to my
mine.
house. So yeah, so I do keep a few things, and there were 2 of them, and they're actually in my house right now. I love them. So yeah.
So your events are just, I mean, they seem to go off flawlessly without a hitch. But I noticed, okay, that's how it seems to me.
Well, good.
That's how it seems to me. But, you know, like, as a customer,
Yeah.
you know, you drive up and it's just so
Everything
well
is so
executed.
yeah,
You have the people there
choreographed.
that meet you, and they tell you where to park, and it's just so easy. You go in, you park, and then they show you where to go, and then every booth is exactly the right spot, and then you have these young guys that pick up stuff and carry it to a place and hold it for you, and then when you get ready to leave, somebody's telling you which way to go. Do you need to pick something up? Go over here. And you drive up, and these young college boys or whatever they are, they open your car door and they lift it in there, and then they direct you. I mean, this did not happen overnight.
thank
And
you.
so how do you choreograph that and make it just look like it just happens? How do you do that? Because you have a lot of people working there.
I do,
A
I do,
lot.
and that's key. Is I have what we call our barn crew.
Okay.
And I've had ladies that have been with me probably 12, 13 years. So probably 1 year after I started the business, and I did not always do the market. So that's something that has come later after just doing the little barn sales. But yes, so I do have a great group of people that help. But the mindset behind pulling off these events, I want it to be, if I were going somewhere, it's how I would want to be treated. So that is where it all comes from. And the ladies laugh at me because when it gets, and they're fixing to walk into my big chalkboard that's the size of my wall. And it has all the big jobs, and everybody gets a job that they're kind of in charge of. And then it just, you've got your bullet points and everything comes down, and then it all just kind of comes together at the end. They're just wonderful. And so I could not do it without them, of course. But yes, it's just all, I've been to so many shows, so many barn sales, so many events. And I just kind of picked the things that I was like, oh, wow, that works well. And I just kind of want it to be a place that I would want to go to. So I want everyone else to want to come there. So that's kind of where it all starts.
Well, we'll be driving by like maybe a couple weeks before, it's maybe 2 or 3 weeks on before it happens, and all of a sudden, there it is. All these flowers and this stuff. And, and I'm like, wait, stop, go back, and we'll turn around, we'll drive. I'm like, okay, it's coming up.
Yeah.
But just the decorations, I guess, decor alone. When do you start that? Prior to a show, how long out do you start decorating with it? And where do you get those beautiful flowers?
Well, so I it's kind of a year-long thing that I kind of have the big plan.
You get the vision.
Yeah, I get the vision of what I want each show to, I guess, kind of have a theme. And so then it just kind of starts working its way in. And then typically, like for fall, since the fall show's coming up in September, we're now starting to get ready. But as far as, like, I've already got my pumpkin order in. So it starts early, you know. Now, it doesn't get delivered, but I have to start ahead to get the orders in so that I know what's coming and it's going to be here. So I would say about 2 weeks prior, like you said, that's when the outside starts coming together. Because that's
so
last
cute.
minute.
It transforms.
It does.
Right
It
before your
does.
eyes.
Yeah. The inside now, we're starting to prep now for the inside, but the outside is about 2 weeks prior to each show, and everybody has to pretty much
Hands on.
and we've got someone doing this. We have a truck we decorate, the junk barn we decorate, the courtyard we decorate, the outside, every entrance, like you say, everything has to get done. And of course, with it being outside, you can't do it too far in advance. So yeah. So it does. It all kind of comes together. And I'm like, oh my gosh, are we going to get this done? And everybody's like, we always do, Helena. It will. So the night before, it's done.
And when do you sleep?
I don't sleep much I don't sleep much during those times. No, I don't. But it's all fun. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. And it's funny you say about the flowers, which is also part of my little history. Flowers is my next passion. So
Did not know that.
aside from vintage and antiques and the good junk, would be flowers and fashion. I love clothes. I don't get to wear a lot of fancy stuff at my job, but when I do get a chance, I love to. So those are my three things, aside from my family.
Well, I think I might have a fun fact about Helena. Someone told me you were a Miss Georgia years ago.
That is true.
And I can see why, because you're still gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah. Way back in the early '90s, I was. So yeah. So you can. I tease all the times because when I was younger, probably teenager, I used to race bicycles too. I don't know if you know.
Oh my
that.
gosh.
BMX. So I am true.
Wow.
Yeah, tomboy, and it was so funny because for many years, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, I would be at a dirt track racing bicycles, the helmet, the get up, no makeup, and on Sundays I was in a pageant. So yeah, best of both worlds.
Right,
Yeah. So I love it all. Yeah.
Wow. It's just wonderful that we have this in Maysville.
Well, thank you.
How many people come through? Do y'all have a...
Yeah, get a tentative count. We usually have around 5,000 to 7,000 on the 3-day weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. So my goal is to get up to 10,000. I was like, I got to get to that 10,000
you'll get there.
mark.
You'll
but
get there.
we're pretty. It's pretty much pretty substantial around 5,000 easily. And if it's a great weekend with weather, because it's
never know.
outdoor, so you never know, we can get up to around 7.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So, with it being 2 months away, your fall market, are you still accepting vendors?
No, we're completely full.
Okay, so that's probably a
Yeah,
year
Christmas
out or
is
so.
even
Okay.
full.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
What a
Now,
good problem to
I
have.
always tell everybody, go ahead and send your application because we have cancellations and I can put you on the wait list. But yeah, so we're full now. So yeah.
That's so good.
I know.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if somebody wants to be with you next year, how do they send the application?
Through our website. So for 2026, we typically have our applications live on the website the week of Thanksgiving. Our last show for each year is Thanksgiving weekend. So my returning vendors always have first dibs for their spot. And then after Thanksgiving, we open it up to the public. So they all have first dibs to get all of their stuff in before Thanksgiving, and then everyone else.
I bet there are very few that don't take their first dib. I mean,
Yeah.
so they're coveted spots.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate. I have a wonderful group of vendors. We do get new ones each year because, lots of things change. People retire, they move, and so we're always getting new and fresh vendors. But the good thing about having markets like this where your vendors make most of their stuff, they repurpose, it's vintage, it's always new. Even though it's old, it's new. It's
the
different.
same vendor, it's still different stuff.
Yeah, and trends come and go. So the staging, the decorating, even if you just come, because some of these vendors are just phenomenal with their staging, just to get inspiration for any kind of project that you're doing. If you're remodeling your house or you're working outside or whatever you're doing, just to get inspiration. It's fun. It is for me. That I like it. So yeah.
I know when I saw the fall one last year, you had this one little thing up against the chicken barn.
Oh yeah.
And I came home and tried to recreate it downstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
I did, but I would have never. I thought, oh my God, what a great idea.
Yeah. That's what we're there for, is to just help everyone kind of bring their visions to life at their home.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you share smiles.
She does.
I love
it's
it.
infectious. She obviously loves what you do.
Well, I do love what I do, and again, I'm fortunate for the people that have been with me for many, many years. They love it too.
Yeah.
I've had people actually that own other businesses come up to me and say, I wish I had people that loved my business the way your people love your business. So yeah, I love them. Yeah, I've told them all, you cannot ever die, you cannot ever quit, you cannot ever move. This place cannot operate without all of you.
Well, you've got the best of both worlds. You got your home back. You've got this great venue that everybody loves.
And are your children close, I assume?
Yes, they are. So my oldest daughter is a school teacher in North Gwinnett. Okay. So she has a family. She has children. My middle daughter is Emily, which is at the show. She makes jewelry. So she's made all this that I have on. So
really,
she makes jewelry. So yeah,
oh,
so
wow,
it's Emily Dale Jewelry.
Well, Emily what?
Dale
Emily
Jewelry.
Dale Jewelry. Okay, I got that.
Yeah,
Emily
so
Dale
check her
Jewelry.
out. And then my youngest daughter, Savannah, now she's the one that works the holding area. So you were talking about the college kids.
Yes.
So she's in charge of that and all the guys, and they help you. Yeah, they assist you. So she's there. So yeah.
It's a family affair.
It is.
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
I like
it
it.
is. Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful, and I can't wait for the fall show.
Me too. I'm so excited. Fall and Christmas.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Christmas show. It was one thing I wanted to do last year, but something came up. But I plan to be there and at the fall show because that's where I buy some of my Christmas gifts.
Yeah, and we always have different seasonal events. So like at fall, we always have a little bounce house playground for the kids, and we have a little trackless train, and then we'll do a hayride. So that's kind of fall. And then at Christmas, we bring in Santa. So there's always something. At spring, we had the Easter Bunny. So we always try to incorporate something seasonal for each show for everyone. So
Love it.
yeah,
It's
thank you.
exciting, and it's beautiful, and it's fun.
Thank
Mace
you.
feels
And
lucky to
it's-
have you.
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
thank
We
you,
are.
thank you.
We are.
Well, I'm lucky that everyone welcomed me here with open arms because, something new coming in, you never know what to expect, and so everyone here just welcomed me, and so that right there to me makes a successful business is when, you know, and nothing ever has to be perfect. You know, it's not going to be perfect. Imperfection to me is not what success is. It's like you talk about, everyone being happy and enjoying where they are and what they're doing. And so I was fortunate that everyone was grateful and supportive when we got here. So I couldn't do it without the customers in the community either. So
When you got here, we chatted a little bit about how pretty the downtown looks with the help of the DDA and
yeah.
some of the volunteers. I always like to ask, what would you like to see in Maysville? What would, if you had your way, what would you see here?
I mean, my whole life, because I have family members that were from Maysville, so I've always been coming through Maysville. And I don't care where I go, I always say that Maysville has the setting for the Hallmark movies.
Yes,
It doesn't
yes, they
it?
do.
I mean,
Doesn't
you can bring in flowers, you can create all this, but no one can bring that type of building and that type of a downtown. That has to be there. That's history.
Yeah.
That can't be built.
Right.
And so I would love to see, you know, all of those buildings just open. I just think it's Hallmark
Yes.
is exactly what it is.
I agree.
So I love it. And of course the people here. I mean, everyone knows everyone. And so that alone brings a lot of charm to a town. There's nothing wrong with a small town. I think small towns are fabulous. So I'd like to see a Hallmark.
Yeah, a Hallmark movie. Yes.
We need to reach out to
Let's
them.
work on that. Okay. We'll work on that.
Yeah, that's right. So I think Maysville is great the way that it is. But of course, you know, the more people, the more brains, the flowers. It's pretty. It's beautiful.
We're working. We're working hard.
And it shows, absolutely. It shows.
Well, we appreciate
Y'all
you.
have done a fabulous job, so.
Thank you.
We're not going to give up.
No.
No.
Just keep working away and it comes together.
Right?
Kind of like your place.
Just get you a big chalkboard on the side of your wall.
When you were saying that, I'm thinking, oh my gosh,
I
this is
need
what
that.
Kim and I need. We need a billboard.
Yeah.
We need a billboard's what we need.
Yeah.
Well, it worked, and it's beautiful, and
Thank
what
you.
you've done is fabulous. And if you haven't been, you gotta go. You gotta
Yes.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being
Absolutely.
here today.
I
and,
loved it.
Yeah, you have to come back again, and
I would love
let us
to.
know what's coming up next.
What
and-
dates?
Yes,
your
Yeah.
yes,
events are.
I
Yeah,
will.
we'd
I
love
will
to hear.
share it all with you.
Yeah, let everybody know. Get the 5,000 plus people out
That's
there.
right. That's right. We got to get to 10,000 and get Hallmark here, so
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
be good.
I like it. Hey, goals. Got to set the goals.
You do.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Absolutely,
And we
thank
appreciate
you.
y'all being here too. And tune in once again for another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk. We appreciate you being here today. We can't wait for you to go see Helena's place. If you haven't seen it, you've got to go see it. Got to go see the fall show. Date is September
September 12th through the 14th, second weekend of September.
12th through the 14th. Perfect. Well, we appreciate you being here for another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Helena.
And we're so thankful you're here. We'll see
Yes,
you next time.
bye.
Bye, y'all.